Do markers and pencils play well together? Absolutely! Today I'm going to share 5 tips to coloring markers with pencils, and be sure to watch to the end to see the final colored in image. Today I'm using Ohuhu markers and Prismacolor pencils, and tip number 1, block in shadows and color with markers. Think of markers as an underpainting. They are the foundation of color. What I like to do is start with dark, medium, and light shades of a color. So the skin is a dark, medium, and light browns. I put the dark brown where the darkest shadows are, the medium brown in the medium dark areas, and the lightest color goes over the whole space to help blend the colors and fill in the highlighted area. Especially with a grayscale coloring page, I like to say coloring grayscale is as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 dark, 1 medium, and 1 light color. Tip number 2, fill in all the marker coloring first. This will give the markers time to dry. Also, you want them to have a few minutes to blend together before you color the pencils over them. And with all these different mediums that I'm using today, I'm also using a heavier paper that can handle all this coloring. So this is a Ohuhu mixed media paper. Links to all the supplies I'm using are in the video description. Also, this printable coloring page is linked in the description if you want to color along with me. Also, the exact colors I'm using today will be listed in the description, so you don't have to memorize them or write them down. Alright, after all the markers are colored in, it's time to switch to color pencils, and tip number 3 is similar to an earlier suggestion. Use dark, medium, and light colors. This time you're using pencils to block in the dark and medium dark shadows, and use the lightest pencil colors to blend all the other colors together. I like to apply the pencil in small circles, so the colors blend better and I don't leave harsh pencil lines on the paper. With the skin tone color palette, I started with dark, medium, and light browns. Then I expanded the palette to include dark blue to push the shadows darker, and I added a pink to give her rosy cheeks. Tip number 4, layer your pencils. You usually need a heavier paper to do this, but adding lots of gentle layers of pencil colors will give you a nicely blended image with rich hues. And tip number 5, add a touch of white. For your brightest highlighted areas, a touch of white will really make the image pop. Also, the white will be a nice bright contrast to all those super saturated areas full of color from the markers and pencils together. One side note, remember you can test your colors on scrap paper before coloring the image. It's okay to play with your markers and pencils before using them on the image. If you want to see more coloring tutorials like this, go check out my playlist, How to Color Like a Pro. Or if you want to see different art mediums or techniques, leave a comment and let me know. You can see throughout this image, I stick with dark, medium, and light colors for each color palette. The blue mirror, the golden frame, everything includes dark, medium, and light, so they have a nice sense of volume. In this frame right here, you can see that I did the dark, medium, and light colors with the orange and the yellows, but then I took a brown and I pushed the shadows a little bit darker with that. So layering, dark, medium, and light, they all come together and mix together beautifully over markers. And you don't have to do this, but for extra bright white highlights, go in with a white pen or paint marker. This will really give a shine to the image, which is why I'm using it on that metal frame. And that's it for today. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss the next video, and stay creative!